Hello, beautiful people. This is me, Nori, and we are in chapter 2 Breakthrough, long awaited Revelry. And we are currently in the sixth part of the story. I was hoping there are more chapters, but I don't think there are more chapters in this. I think it's only two. This was pretty long. This was nice. This was nice, you know. It just feels sad that you have to wait for so long. After transferring the data from the storage device, a hologram of Salon Hotel appears. The other file is a list of the auction's attendees. It even has my fake identity and name on it. While it's not complete, it's enough for me to get a better understanding of the auction. By the way, those guys who tried to capture me back at Elysium, were they actually traders who used to work in Onikinus? They also mention a Mr. Sherman. Who's that?
Why are you interested in a dead person?
Next to me, Sylus tosses Mephisto's broken parts. He gives me a blank expression. I stare back at him and remember what the workshop's owner had said before. What did he say before?
Just two explosions, one in the northern suburbs and one in the Bloomshore district. And after doing those shameless things and making a mess, then they want you to be their scapegoat.
If there is another faction within Onikinus, could the incident at Grandma's house be related to Sherman? They must also be after the ether core in my body. In a way, your conflict involves me. No, you left me behind on purpose as a bait, didn't you? So you could clean up. Turn my head to see Sylus and Mephisto exchange glances. The crow lets out a defiant wail. It doesn't matter how deep your hatred is, you cursed me enough, get over it. Besides, this was an accident. I didn't mean to injure you. Okay, listen. If you ask me personally, if I was in the story as like me, myself, and I, with my personality, I would not blame the crow. I would be like, hey, you want to be friends? We can be friends. You know we can be friends. Let's be friends. Like, I would try so hard to be friends with the crow. And I would try to be really friendly and nice to the crow. Why? Because I like crows. I think they're really smart birdies and they deserve love and appreciation. So my first step would be like, Silas, move. I need to go talk to Mephi. I'm gonna start calling him Mephi, you know? With lots of love, like Mephi. Mephi. Not Mephisto. Mephi. Oh, my little Mephi. How are you, little birdie? I'd be like that. I wouldn't be like, you cursed me enough, you bird, you damn bird. I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, hey, little birdie, let's be friends. You know we'll be friends. We can be friends. Let's be friends. Forget about Silas for a minute. I'd be that way. Also, you were stalking me earlier. Even if I did it on purpose, you deserve it. Come on, MC. Stop being... No, I don't know. Maybe I'm that kind of a person, but if it was... Like, I would not do it, like... See, Silas's... If anybody's stalking me, even if it's Mephisto, I would say it's Silas's fault. I wouldn't blame Mephisto for it. I'd be like, hey, you're a good birdie. Let's be friends. No crow deserves his wing being like blown off, okay? Like, no crow, even if it's a mechanical crow, I would not like it if that crow's wing got blown off.
You can scold me directly if you want.
Oh, I should do that, shouldn't I? And I would do that actually. I would scold you and not this poor bird who got blown into bits because of me. Um, and you mostly, but yes, you get it. Under the hazy light, Silas reveals a gentle look completely uncharacteristic of him. I compose myself, realizing I've been unreasonably angry with him. Regardless of whether he wanted to clean up or not, those people were after me. I had to face them sooner or later. A silence settles between us. I clear my throat, trying to change the topic to lighten up the mood. When we first met, you said we were the same. If I don't ask now, he might not have the patience to answer me tomorrow. You probably have an ether core inside you too. Mine is in my heart. Yours, is it in your eye?
Sure. Think of it like that.
My ether core doesn't seem to be any different from a normal protocore, though. It's not very useful. But that's not the case with yours. Silas stops moving his hand for a moment and looks at me with a blank expression.
It helps me see what people want the most. It exposes the desires that they refuse to admit.
No. Interesting. Okay. I'll get to the point later, but the thing that I wanted... Okay, some of the things in the storyline, I'm getting really confused with how it's going on. Because I'm like, what are you trying to say, Silas? Like, are we supposed to be angry? What is going on? Like, I know you didn't do the explosions. I know that like, you were trying to save us and yada yada yada, but you know, you did try to forcefully resonate and were pretty mean and rude, so there's I need I need to go read the notes. I need to go like do a little bit of deep dive into the lore. Just a little bit. Because I'm not getting the storyline. I'm not getting some of the bits here. I would still be angry with him. I'd be like, listen, we could have had a conversation. Or maybe it's my fault. Maybe the MC didn't want to have a conversation and whatnot. But then, I mean, it's the N109 zone, so, you know, you can't really trust people, and like meeting this weird guy and you don't know what's he up to, and you know, you've heard all sorts of like thrash about him, so, or like weird thrash, like you don't know. It could be false, it could be true, it could be anything. Anyways, so those chaotic noises and visions in my mind back at the dining table were also caused by his ether core. As I think about it, I can't help but look into his eyes again. It's your... Not again. Why am I? I touch my forehead, and when I come to my senses, his face is a breath away. With my right hand, I press down on the area around his eye. I can't tell what he's feeling. His thin eyelashes gently brush against my fingertips. Or it says fingers. Silas doesn't break eye contact with me, as if he's looking at something hidden in the depths of my gaze.
Have you gone mad?
I haven't yet gone mad, but I feel like I will, Silas. So, Give me a moment. Maybe I need to compose myself. Why don't you give me a moment? He suddenly moves closer, his eyelashes almost brushing my cheeks. How close have we gotten at this point? I'm sorry. Push me away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I just wanted to get a closer look at your ether core. I thought he would push me away, but he didn't. You like it? You like it when people do that? I take a deep breath and meet his gaze again. Didn't you want to resonate with me? Do you want to try again? Without waiting for him to answer, I grab his hand again. I have no idea what's happening, but I think we should move on. So meanwhile, I'm a little, okay, let's do this. Come on. I'll use both my hands this time. A chill blankets his body. I'm not sure if that's the cold breeze coming in from a small gap in the window, or his aura. He's good at fighting. He's good at fighting. He's good at fighting. The old gas lamp above us flickers and emits a light softer than the sound of our breath. He looks good. He looks good. He looks good.
I can hear you talking.
Good. That means you have good senses. Enjoy it. This is one of the two good things I can think about you. Moving my gaze down, I look carefully at our interlocked hands. But I still can't feel even the slightest change. It seems we can't rush into our resonance, but with the auction approaching fast, I need him to work with me as soon as possible. I organize my thoughts and use the nicest tone I can muster. You already know that I entered the N109 zone to get the ether core that's at the auction. And since you want to resonate with me, I have an idea. I don't know if I should say it though.
Then don't.
I force myself to suppress the anger in my heart. But I can't resonate with you because I reject you on a subconscious level. That means my evil is controlled by my emotions. Changing a person's feelings might be difficult, but it won't be that hard, I think. As I say this, I cross my arms and lift my chin at him. There's an easy solution right in front of me. Front of us. Help me get the ether core and ensure my safety by escorting me out of the N109 zone. You'll be able to use me as a bait to clean up, right?
It's almost as if your face is saying you're doing me a huge favor.
I don't have another bargaining chip. I can only bluff to appear more confident. I also know my clumsy attempt won't fool Sylus. That's why I'm telling the truth. I don't know why you insist on resonating with me, but as long as you're willing to help me, I'll help you. Sal shifts his gaze from the map and looks at me indifferently.
That's not enough.
Then what do you want? Should I beg? Can I do it? I can do it.
Or we could do this.
Silas suddenly opens the bottom drawer and pulls out a jewel-encrusted crow brooch.
If you can take this from me within 24 hours, I'll agree to your terms.
Do you test people before you work with them, or are you testing my skills, my intelligence, or my values? I raise my voice as I try to grab it while he's distracted, yet he reacts quickly. The brooch disappears in the blink of an eye.
Only when you have a bargaining chip can you make a deal. And since you're the one who proposed this, use your own methods. You should be thankful the goal is clear enough this time.
Thankful my foot. Roleplay. Should we do this in this? No, let's do this in another video. I'll stop it here, and then we'll continue onwards to the next video. I don't know how many more we have, but yeah, it should be like 12 parts here. Should be. Let's see. This is Nori signing off from Love and Deep Space with lots of love. This is goodbye, and see you again in the next one. Hello, beautiful people. This is me, Nori, and we are deep diving into Love and Deep Space's long-awaited Revelry, Chapter 2 Breakthrough. Yes, sometimes my tongue just like does that weird thing. Because, you know, when you need to speak two similar words like to and through. Yeah, sometimes my tongue just like overlaps. Also, I'm not a native speaker, so not a native English speaker, so sometimes it's a little difficult. It can get a little jarring. So do pardon me for my sad English skills or bad English skills. English skills. This is story number 7, roleplay. In the dim lighting, the crow brooch on my chest gleams a dark red reminiscent of mine. After some twists and turns, I finally got the brooch from Sylus. He kept his promise and agreed to help me obtain the ether core. Wait, did I miss out on how? I'm pretty sure I... With an expensive dress and dazzling jewelry, my reflection in the mirror is strange yet sufficiently alluring.
It suits you.
Another figure enters the mirror's reflection. Silas leans lazily against the doorway.
No one can stay wary when there's a beauty walking around.
Let me take a picture of you then. Where are your eyes, Silas? This beauty will pass your skull sooner or later. Why am I unable to take a picture? Hold on, Silas. Silas, just turn around. Perfect. I turn around and walk up to scrutinize him. You're just going to waltz right into a dangerous auction without a plan?
I like how you assume I didn't make one. Find a way to make everyone lower their guard first. Then lure out the ones with ill intentions and get rid of them. Then I'll cover you while you fetch the ether core's other half.
That's it?
It won't fail. Promise.
Silas gives me another once-over. I angrily take his outstretched hand and walk out the door with him. Well, time to show up to the party. It's party time. You better not be a liability later, Sylus. To deal with the real masterminds behind the auction, I can only ally myself with someone deadlier than the enemy. All the information I've gathered has created an intricate web of conspiracies. No, it's not though. Now it's time to tear it up and tear the party down. In the sky, the stars are devoured by an endless darkness. The deep space tunnel is silent, seemingly frozen in time. Suddenly, there's a thud, a pulse resembling a heartbeat. Cosmic dust silently fills the air. Something penetrates the invisible barrier and slowly opens its eyes. Myriads of night.
It's not too late to back out now, if you want to.
I'm sorry, I just had to do that because I'm like, we are back into Sylus fangirling again. Oh my god. I was waiting for this moment from the longest time, and like finally we're here. I will try to not pause. I'm gonna go back and take so many pictures, you won't believe it. But it's party time, so gonna try and keep the fangirling to a minimum because I want this to be also a seamless experience, which is not. It's not going to be. I'm sorry.
Focus on yourself first. Stay frosty. It's showtime.
I would have been like, stay hot. It's showtime.
Sylus? I thought we
1,
were missing.
2, 3 guys.
Who's that person?
That's quite the
next to him?
ambush. Sylus, are you sure they'll bite?
It depends on your performance.
Mr. Sylus, we've been expecting you.
I assume you already know how to act as good bait. I'll be back soon. Have fun.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Fun I will have. I know how to have fun, Sylus. Don't worry about it. And with that card, rest assured it's party time for me. By that I mean I'm a Gemini. Or am I?
These are ordinary protocors. Good thing they aren't bombs. Something's off about this one. Was it tampered with?
Did anything catch your eye, miss? There are even better ones on that side.
The stuff you have is pretty mediocre. Sylus, it's okay for me to purchase a few items with your card, right?
Don't bother me with such trivial matters.
I'll take this for 1 million. Please wrap it up for me.
5 million.
Why?
Your offer will make people think I'm broke. Wouldn't want that, sweetie.
In that case, I won't hold back. I changed my mind. 10 million. Are these all the protocors you got? I'll buy everything.
Pompous
It's your fault. You told me I could get anything I wanted, and I got them all. Ooh, undercurrent. Okay, before I go on, I have a question to ask, or like a doubt, because I know that when Sylus was released, there was a scene where she tries to get the brooch, but it's not shown here. Do we have to go like look it up in from the bond or something, like his memories? Because where's that scene from? It's not here in the story. She tries to get the brooch. How is it not shown in this? Where do I find it? Anyways, beams of light shine in from the smooth dark walls. Beams of golden light shine in from the smooth dark walls. They illuminate the room's elegant decor. On the sofa, Silas shakes his whiskey glass. The ice cubes swish around, making soft clinking sounds. There is a painting on the wall called In Expectation, which depicts angels, demons, and the Grim Reaper sitting around a table. The last seat seems to be empty for him.
Mr. Silas.
The man named Sherman walks into the room and nods humbly at Silas. Silas looks up, the corner of his mouth curling into a half smile. Then a dark-colored mist seizes Sherman by the collar and slams him into the ground. Choking and losing energy from the strangulation, Sherman claws at the mist around his neck, but he only leaves bloody scratch marks on his skin. Even a meticulously crafted plan is powerless for absolute strength.
My time is limited, so let's cut to the chase.
No, I didn't betray you.
Oh, I know. You're too much a coward to do it on your own. But the people who said they'd help you replace me must have made an offer only an idiot would refuse.
Silas glances at the clear alcohol in his glass and puts it back on the table. With a faint glow appearing in his right eye, he walks over to Sherman, who sprawled out on the ground.
I see. Their method of buying traitors is as old school and uncreative as ever.
Enduring an excruciating amount of pain, Sherman finally discards his hypocrisy and scowls.
Silas, don't think. With them around, you won't be cocky for long.
Silas reveals an intriguing smile and looks down at him.
Since you chose betrayal, my only option is to make you pay in advance.
Inside the banquet hall, people converse and mingle. Countless eyes check me out, both openly and from the shadows. I fiddle with the protocors I bought. There are traces of other protocurves. These were modified. I turn around and several pairs of eyes immediately look away. I take this chance to speak in a hushed voice into the earpiece. Silas, how are things on your end?
Miss, the brooch you're wearing is very exquisite. May I buy it from you?
A man wearing a suit suddenly blocks my way, holding out his hand. He smiles as a faint blue electric current flashes from his cuff. Wearing a poker face, I step back and raise my chin. Not interested. Excuse me. The man doesn't budge. He takes another step towards me.
How does 10 High Towers sound? Ah, the banquet is about to start. Would you like to dance?
What are high towers?
They're special weapons made from high-grade protocores. A single high tower can obliterate this entire hotel. Sorry, the brooch is a gift from me. You wanted to sell it.
Who knows if you were coming back or not?
Are you disappointed?
Excuse me. Time for me to the fangirl again. Just a little bit. I know, I'm gonna go and look at these again.
You... He was going to spend a fortune so he could dance with me. What about you? Shouldn't you make an offer as well?
The ether core's location.
You know where it is?
You'll find out after this dance.
You won't have me saying no. I mean, we might have our issues, but a dance is a dance. I'm not gonna say no. I am not going to say no. But would I say no in real life? I think I would be curious and I would like maybe try it out. And be like, let's see what your dancing skills are all about.
How are you so sure I'll listen to you?
Refuse me all you want.
Why didn't they show us the whole... Why not the whole dance? Why not the whole dance? Melodious music serenades the luxurious banquet hall that's illuminated by dreamy lighting. Sylus calmly guides me across the dance floor, swaying to the song's rhythm. He blocks the prying shadows around us, and when I look up, all I see is his face, which is quite infuriating.
You need to be smarter if you want to retaliate against me.
Sorry, I'm not really used to these kind of social gatherings. Clumsily lift my heel off his foot. Did you actually get information about the ether core?
You can choose not to believe me.
Catching a glimpse of a flashing red dot in the shadows, use my hand that's on his shoulder to push him in the opposite direction. But wouldn't they leak such an important information? But they wouldn't leak such an important information unless it's a trap.
Exactly.
I look back at him. Oh, why is it not moving? You're not going to throw yourself in their trap, are you?
Be content with your role. Don't scare away the fish that already bit the hook.
8 evol bombs, 15 high-frequency guns. They really want you dead. Sylus, you made a lot of enemies.
This isn't the first time it's happened.
The music reaches a crescendo. The notes from the orchestra are laid on top of one another, like surging tidal waves. The lights are dimmed to the passionate beats, and shadows surround us on all sides. You have something up your sleeve, right? Even if you have a death wish, I don't intend to die with you here. Die here with you.
Don't worry. You won't die that easily.
No, better not. A deafening explosion drowns out the music and ensuing screams. The beautiful hall is instantly reduced to rubble. Amidst the surging chaos, Sylus tightens his grip on my hand. I hear him softly scoff. To my surprise, I see him nonchalantly crush something before throwing it into the debris. You had the detonator this whole time?
The vermin were taking their sweet time. I was getting impatient.
He looks so gentle in this light. Come on, come on. The metaflux is quickly increasing and there's more than one wanderer. Be careful. I take out my weapon from under my dress and fire several shots at the wanderer that was about to attack Sylus. And that was close.
How long do you think you'll last with an outdated weapon?
You... Sylus tosses over another gun.
Don't waste your efforts.
Interesting. Outdated gun. Did Sherman make you do this? Where's the ether core? Answer me. After defeating the last wanderer, I find a henchman cowering in the corner. Press my gun's muzzle under the back of his head.
You haven't won yet. We still have a backup plan. That thing is terrifying. When it shows up, not even Sylus. Ah!
Black red mist throws him into a broken stone pillar. With a scream, he falls into the ground like a puppet whose strings were just cut.
Violence should be used strategically.
Sylus calmly wipes the blood off his face, and the red mist disappears from his hands. I would have believed you if your hands were clean. Despite the venue being clear, strong energy fluctuation manifests about us and shake the ground we stand on. What's making that noise? Are there still some left?
Let's go.
Where are we going? Sylus grabs my wrist and swiftly starts walking.
To the place that has what you want.
Alright, so we'll stop the video here because we've reached our 21-minute mark. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, lots of love. Take care. This is Nori signing off from Love in Deep Space. Goodbye, you guys.